Will women still wear hijab in Jannah? I don't know. It's a good question. I would say my inclination is to say no, that they wouldn't, but I don't know. Is it possible to pray two Salat al-Jum'ah? So, yes. And if I understand the question correctly, if someone is sitting in the masjid and they're waiting, they made one Jum'ah, and then the next Jum'ah comes, can they join and can they pray with them? Yes, you can. One will be considered a nafilah, right? So one will be the obligation, and that will be fulfilled, inshallah, and the second one will be nafilah. When is it too late to pray Salat al-Isha? There's a difference of opinion. The Jumhur, they say that Salat al-Isha yamtad ila waqt al-Fajr, yani that you can pray until the Fajr time comes in. The Hanabila, they say it's halfway through the night. Not to say that it's midnight, but like halfway through the night, meaning that from Maghrib until Fajr, Maghrib is like what, 8:30? Fajr is at like 4:10, 4:15. So what is that? Yeah, it's about 12:30. I would say close to about 12:30 or so. So that is the Hanbali opinion. Like I said, the Jumhur, they say that the time goes until Salatul Fajr. My kids go to school, and sometimes it's difficult to get them to pray Fajr on time, especially when it's very early and Isha is very late. What should we do? What I do at my home is that we pray Isha, or we have the kids pray Isha as soon as Isha time comes in. And there are two ways to do this. So if you have very young children, if you have kids in like elementary school, have them pray Isha before they go to sleep. They're not obligated to pray anyway, right? So just get them into the habit of praying before they go to sleep so they can pray Isha, have them go to sleep. And the ones who are older, so the ones who are like maybe in middle school and high school, they should pray on time and they should learn to pray on time. Have them pray at the time as soon as the adhan goes off. Have them pray Isha. For Fajr, delay it as close as you can to sunset. So like I would say about 15 minutes before sunrise, then that's okay. It's okay to have them pray at that time. Depending on how families work and depending on what your dynamics are, obviously every home is different, but it's important that, that children sleep. It's actually one of the signs of, one of the biggest problems that they have with the schools and with children is a lack of sleep. The kids, they stay up late playing video games, doing a whole bunch of other stuff, or watching TV and YouTube and whatnot. They don't get enough sleep. When they get to school, they're very lethargic, and they just never really catch up on their sleep, and this has a huge effect on them. So make sure that the kids are getting enough sleep, inshallah. Isha, even if the Isha comes in at like 9:58 or almost close to 10 o'clock now, and I know that's a little bit late, but have them pray as soon as the Salah time comes in, and then try to delay Fajr as much as you can, inshallah, so that it can maximize their sleep. For adults, it's easier to make those transitions. Also, try not to socialize too much after Isha. Isha's really late. And if you do want to socialize after Maghrib. Even Maghrib is kind of late too, right? So it's like around 8:30 or so. But if that is the time that you want to socialize, that would be my suggestion, to utilize that time, inshallah, so that you're able to wake up for Fajr, Salatul Fajr. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me an opportunity to make Hajj every year, should I take that opportunity, or am I taking opportunities away from others when I do that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala invites who He wills, whenever He wills, however He wills. If you are given the opportunity to make Hajj, this is the means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for you. And absolutely 100%. If I was given the opportunity to make Hajj every year, I would make it every single year. Walillah alhamd, I lived in Mecca for 10 years. Out of those 10 years, 2 years I was traveling, and 1 year that they had really come down. All my Hajjs were illegal, by the way. But so. So, but 1 year they were like, okay, we're going to start finding people, and we're going to put people in jail. We're going to deport people, and so a lot of the students were like really scared to make Hajj that year. So that was the 1 year. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. I wish I made Hajj that year too. But walillah alhamd, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the opportunity to make 7 Hajj, and like I said, Allah invites whoever He wills, whenever He wills, however He wills. The moment we're given an opportunity to do khair, the moment we're given an opportunity to do some type of good and to make some type of contribution, take advantage of that contribution. Don't wait, right? Don't think, oh, am I taking this from someone? No. Fadlullahi wasi'. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's, His شو فضل يعني? How do I translate that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings. That's a good one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings are vast. Like they're so vast, they're infinite. Whoever He decides to give to, if it happens to be me, then I should take that opportunity immediately. بلا تردد. I shouldn't worry about, oh, well, what about, no, do it. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can will the same thing for another person or 100 other people, if He can multiply 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, hey, what about me taking one space? No, that's not how it works. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that creates those spaces. It is my obligation to take advantage of the opportunities when He Azza wa Jal presents them to me. So if you're like, oh, making a chance to make Umrah, to make Hajj, make it. Listen, if Allah opens the door, walk through that door. There's no reason that we should delay in doing that, and we should definitely take advantage of that. Okay. No, I got scared. I was like, what's going on? No, Jazakallah khair. I'm sorry? Yeah, so I lived in Mecca. I went to Qura, right? So for me, I just had to leave my house and I could go straight to Arafat. I didn't have to worry about like passes and like permits and all of these other things. The way that we used to do it, and I don't know if the Hajj ministry is watching right now, so just be careful. But like, what I used to do is that I would be friends with some of the the Hajj groups that were coming from the States. And the easiest way to do it is we would so my wife, she made it with me about 3-4 times. And what we would do is that we would drive to Azia, we would cross the mountain over into Mina, we would get on the bus with one of the Hajj groups, and they would take us to Arafah. After you get to Arafah, khalas, it doesn't matter, right? Like after that, it's like, it's not, once you're in Arafah, that's it. Your Hajj is okay. Everything else that comes after, like if you miss a Rami, or you don't do Mabit, or you miss Muzdalifah, blah, 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 it's like, khalas, you just pay the fidya. You know what I mean? But once you make it to Arafah, alhamdulillah. After that, it's all khair wa ni'mah. But yeah, so and even the types of Hajj, subhanAllah, man, I've led Hajj groups, I've made individual Hajj, I've been in the most extravagant Hajjs. I remember I made one of the first Hajjs I made, I was like with like this executive group. And they were staying at like really nice hotels, they had buffets and stuff, and I was amazed. I'm making Hajj, and I think this is the first time I ever had like lobster tail in my life. It's like, you're in the middle of Mecca, and like, there's like fresh lobster tail that's being served. I was like, man, this is amazing. And then I made Hajjs where I walked the whole thing, and we called them hobo Hajjs because they were like, you're literally homeless and you're just walking around looking for a place to stay. But Hajj is an amazing thing. It really is an amazing experience, like seeing all of the different Muslims, seeing all the different people coming from different places, and everybody has one goal, right? Like, everybody wants to move at the same time, everybody wants to go to Arafah at the same time, everybody wants to move to Muzdalifah at the same time, everybody's making Mabit. And subhanAllah, you would think it would be more chaotic, but it's not, right? It's not as chaotic as we imagine it. And all you see is, you just see people just going, like, subhanAllah, I still remember, like, whether it be tawaf or jamarat. And I remember the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he said, like, at the Bayt al-Ma'mur, he said that 70,000 angels enter every day, and they don't leave. And while you're making tawaf, you only see people coming in. And you're like, how can this space hold this many people? Or when you're going for the Jamarat, you should see waves of white, walking toward the Jamarat to people go swimming. But subhanAllah, for those that haven't made Hajj, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open the doors for you. And for those of us that have made it, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept. Ameen.